What's going on, people? It's your boy Neeks. I'm back with another review of West Indies. The T20 series of Ireland is over. It's been drawn 1-1. Overall, we've got to look at it as disappointing because we should be beating Ireland at home. We should be beating Ireland anywhere. Away, neutral, in your backyard, I don't care. We should be beating Ireland. But yeah, we got a lot of rebuilding to do, man. And it's these inconsistencies that we saw in the ODI series. Where we were lucky to win it 3-0, really should have been 2-1. That second ODI Ireland really should have won. And this time when they had the game in their hands, somehow we allowed them to see it through. That first ODI, first T20. What a disgrace of a bowling. I mean, I can't even call it bowling. Donkey drops, buffet, help yourself. It was so bad. We conceded 93 runs in the first power play. The highest ever amount of runs conceded in the power play in T20 international history. It could well be T20 history across all formats. That is disgraceful. That is disgraceful. Pollard had to take some of the blame. He's got Kyrie Pierre, the left arm spinner, bowling 2 overs. His first over went for 15, and his second went for about 20 or 24. You bowl in 1 over, he's gone for 15, which is bad enough because I wouldn't bowl an inexperienced spinner like him in the power plays. We didn't even used to bowl Narayan in the power plays. Badri, yes, because his skill was a specialist skill, the way he used to get the ball to skid on. But bowling a spinner in the power plays is so risky. And he's not a mystery spinner. But to bowl him 2 overs, that's unforgivable. You didn't learn, you make your mistake that you made a couple overs ago. 93 after 6 overs. I mean, luckily, we had Bravo, who, yeah, his first over was expensive in the power play, but he came back and got what, 2 for 28. 2 for 28 off his 4 overs. 7 and over. That was very, very good. Hayden Walsh bowled very well in the middle. He went for less than 7 and over. And it's only because of them that why we even restricted Ireland to 208. Because it was looking closer to 250 at one point. We started picking up wickets, and it fell away for Ireland after the top of the order. What? Sterling had 95 of 47. Kevin O'Brien 48 of 32, and the next high score was 19. Everyone scored quickly, of course, it's T20, but we were lucky to even pull it back. And at one point I was saying, we need to try and keep this under 200. But even then, after that terrible bowling display, I would say in the first 6, because really and truly we lost the game in the first 6. After that we were pretty good, but we lost it in the first 6. But even after all of that, we still should have won the game. We still should have won the game. Simmons gets off to a good start, 22 of 14 balls. He hits a 6, hits a 4, and tries to go again, gets out. Every ball don't need to go. I know it's T20, you're chasing to every ball don't need to go. Cool. He gets out. Evan Lewis bats very well for his 50. He doesn't go on a bit longer, but he gets 50. Hetmeyer comes in, 28 of 18, he gets out. Pollard comes in, 31 of 15, he gets out. Poran, 26 of 23, he gets out. Rutherford, 26 of 13, he gets out. Every man came in and got out. Nobody was able to say, let me be the one to bat through. Let me be the one to see this out. And then Bravo comes in. I thought, okay, cool. He can win this for us. Last 2 overs. Last over, we don't need much. Hits a 6. I'm like, cool. Bravo can do this. Bravo can win this for us. First off, he doesn't take the single when he really should. 5 of 3 needed. You take a single, Hayden Walsh is there. Possibly get another one. It comes down to 3 of 1 or something along those lines. If you can hit a boundary, even better. But when you don't take a single at 5 of 3, it then becomes 5 of 2. You have to hit a boundary. He goes for the big hit, the big 6, and gets caught, and leaves too much for the lower order Hayden and what else to do. And I felt it was just poor decision making at every interval. At the moment where we say this is the moment of the game, this is the moment. Who's going to take the initiative? Each time we got it and we gave it back. We got it and we gave it back. Every man got in 20. Plus 100, 150, 200 strike rate. So we're scoring well. But nobody says, you know what? Let me be the one. Let me be the one to see this through. I'm not going to get onto Hetmeyer. It's not Hetmeyer's fault. It's not Poran's fault. The bowling was, as I said, the 6 overs, that first 6 overs is probably where we lost the game. But even after all that, we should have still won it. It was a brilliant batting pitch. Boundaries weren't that long. We just didn't have the discipline about when to go, when to not, what the plan was, how we're going to reach this target. 4 runs in the end we lost by. You say, small margin. But it's Ireland. We should be being, if Ireland can make 208, then we should be making 208. Easily. So you have to say it's a poor performance overall from us. We go into the next game and the boys, they pull it back a bit. Very good bowling display. Restricted them to 147 for 9. There was a bit of rain around, so it was only 19 overs in the end, but 147 for 9. Pollard takes 4. His best figures in T20, 4 for 25. Cottrell, 2 for 10. Everyone bowled pretty well, to be fair. Carey Pierre, again, he was a bit expensive. Actually, both the spinners, Hayden Walsh and Carey Pierre, they're both expensive. But, Hayden Walsh, I like him. He's gonna, as a leg spinner, you're always gonna have those games where it doesn't come out right. You drop it a bit short, a bit too full. But outside of them two, those 4 overs out of the 19, everyone was tight. Cottrell went for less than 3 and over. That is brilliant bowling in T20. Less than 3 and over. So I don't have any complaints from me about that game. Unfortunate for us, it rained out. 16 for 1 we were at the time. I feel 147, we would have chased that down. I would have been disgusted if we didn't chase that down. So because of our inability to close out a game in the first one, and in the rain in the second, it meant that we can no longer win the series. Ireland had an unassailable 1-0 lead, but meant that we had to redeem ourselves in that last game. And boy, did we do that. Boy, did we do that. I mean, again, other than the first 6 overs, because the first 6 overs, even first 3 overs, they were disgraceful. 48 for none after 3 overs. That's poor. That is real poor. And see, the problem is, against Ireland, you pull it back, you bowl them out for 138. Pollard comes on, does his bit, gets another 4. Bravo. Brilliant slower balls. He's so good at it. So good to have him back in the team. Restrict Ireland to 138. If we do that at the World Cup against a stronger team, 93 after 6, 48 after 3, we're not recovering. They're scoring 200 plus, and they're not allowing us to chase that down. We have to be better. We have to have better plans about bowling in the first 6 overs. It seems like they're just running up and putting on a spot. There don't seem to be ideas about, all right, the batsmen are doing this, I'm going to do this to change it. Cottrell went for 5 4s in a row. At what point you realise, all right, let me do something different. Let me change the field. Go around the wicket. Slower ball. Literally, 40. We were lucky when the rain came. We got a wicket just before the rain. Actually, I say just before the rain. It was actually raining. Just before the rain break. 50 for 1, we went into the rain break, came back out, and Ireland couldn't recover. Wickets kept tumbling, and we skittled them out. And we were able to restrict them to 130, yeah. And of course, for me, that was, unless rain returned, we were always going to chase that down. It was just about how. Were we going to do the typical West Indies and leave it to the last over and nail-biting finish, or were we going to be a professional side about it and actually chase it down? And we were the latter. We were a professional side. It was actually explosive. Simmons, brilliant, 90. It was 91 he scored in the end off 40 deliveries, and Evan Lewis 46 to 25. It was a bit... I really wanted to win it. At that stage, I was thinking, win it by 10. Show that first game was nothing more than a blip. Win it by 10 wickets. Comprehensive. In the end, it was by 9. Cool. It's still a very, very comfortable victory. 9 wickets with 9 overs to spare. Doesn't get much better than that in a T20. But we still got work to do. We've got a lot of work to do. The T20 World Cup is later this year. And we've got a series against Sri Lanka coming up. I'm sure there must be some T20s in that because everyone's going to be working towards that. But it's those first 6 overs. With Bravo back, when it comes to the latter stage, the middle with Hayden Walsh, and the latter stage of the game with Bravo, I'm content, I'm happy. But those first 6 overs, we need to find plans of how to restrict the damage. Batsmen are going to go hell for leather in those 6 overs because it's a power play. But it doesn't mean that you go for 93 and every time you have to pull it back. You have to pull it back. Sometimes start as you mean to continue. Because that's the only way we're going to be successful in this format. But, you know, I said before, it's a new regime, new players, young, inexperienced players. This can happen, but we just need to learn very, very quick because international level, there's no hiding place. No hiding place. You will get found out very, very quickly. Quick shout out to the under-19s over in the Cricket World Cup. They played 2 and won 2, beat Australia, chasing down, I think it's about 180 odd. I could be wrong, but I think it's about 180 odd there to chase down. Young, the all-rounder. Let me remember his first name. Bear with me, sorry. His first name. Where there? Oh, there we go. Naeem Young hit a half century. Sorry, I think he got 40 in the first game and a few wickets, and he hit a half century against England and got a number of wickets again. Did he get a 5-4 in the end? He might have got a 5-4. Yeah, 5 for 45 in 9 overs. Bowled out England. Well, rain came in the end, 184 for 9. So we won by 71 runs after beating Australia in the first game, which means that we're pretty much guaranteed to top the group. We're playing Nigeria next, who themselves were skittled out for 61 by Australia in their first ever game in a World Cup. At any level, actually. So I expect nothing but a comfortable victory in that game and top the group and go through to the quarterfinals. England against Australia, that's pretty much a straight knockout. The winner of that will go through to the next round, you know, provided everyone beats Nigeria in the group as is expected. But yeah, shout out to the young boys, man. There's a lot of talk. I saw Ian Bishop was talking about a young bowler we got called Jaden Seals. Young, quick, bowling between 141 to 145 kilometers per hour. So that's about 90 miles an hour. At 19 years old. Control, I think he went for, was like none for 21 off just 10 overs. So he didn't get any wickets in this game. He did get a couple against Australia. But that kind of control and that pace at that age, listen, West Indies got talent, man. We have always had talent. Never been an issue. Talent has never... At these under levels, we always perform. We were winning it, getting to runners-up, whatever it may be, we always perform at these semi-finals, we always perform. But it's turning that talent into end product at the senior level. That development, that transition, that other nations, England, Australia, India seem to be able to do that transition. And we always seem to mess it up time and time again. But there's definitely an exciting young crop of talent in the under 19 level. The current players, obviously the incumbent, they are there. They have got the position. It's theirs to lose, you would say. But I'm all for the youngsters pushing them as hard as, because having that competitive nature or that competitive element to the squad and the selection process is always going to be good. If you know your place can get taken by someone, you are inevitably going to play better, if it really means anything to you. Nobody's position should be safe. And as I said, we've got a lot of work to do. So right now, nobody's position is safe. But yeah, we keep growing, we keep moving, and we keep rallying around the West Indies. Series ends with Ireland in the T20 internationals 1-1 in the West Indies in St. Kitts, as the last two games were, and in Grenada. And we go on as we keep marching towards the T20 World Cup in Australia later this year. Guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, share this video, let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you soon.